Bien, bien. Hola. Or hola. Si. Or not. Sim. For I'm the one, the only, I am Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo. Dos. Again, it's Wednesday. Wow, I was busy. What that means, need to have a refresco drink. Bebas. Bien, bien, bien. Ah. Vodka y lemon. Y limon and lemon. Bien, bien, bien. I'm the one, the only, I am Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo. You know what? Hit my.
Boom, bye, bye. She make a grown man cry. She just big up her chest and go loco.
And again, we have another action-packed, filled, fun-watching. I'll tell you what. I know it's not. It doesn't have the production value. NWA might be the second best. I did see a little bit of the AEW pay-per-view last Sunday. Not bad. I mean, nothing to write home. Again, I can't stand the 20-minute long matches. Too long. Mas grande. Bien. So yeah. The NWA has the right formula, and I know I've already started off odd, but they have the right formula. Long matches that should be long matches take long. You have two champions. Should be a long match. It should be a solid 10-minute long match. Again, the Immortals going against the Southern Gentlemen before the Southern Gentlemen leave for their European or hopefully Brazilian tour next year. Bien, bien, bien. But yes, there's just so much going on. The women's division, they wrestle. This is, again, don't get me wrong, this is nowhere near it was pre-Attitude Era where you had all the Braun Panties matches. They were fun for a while. And then it just got repetitive. And they don't look as good. They look fake. They look faker than last time. They look really fake. She looks like a man. Yes. It's just completely different. And I'll tell you what, I thoroughly enjoy NWA Wrestling so much, I'm bringing it to you, my YouTube audience. Man. And to that, I shall take another drink. Eventually, I might write down and take some notes. Again, so I can give a little more context as to what's going on. But again, the Immortals, they had their tag team title defense or tag team title rematch against the Southern Gentlemen. Classic NWA Southern Gentlemen. Gotta like that. If I sound nasally, it is because it is almost August here in Florida. Too many plants for my little nose to take. So I do apologize for that. If I do sound nasally, and again, I think the same afflictions affecting Hobo Tom. So just try to deal with it. And we try. Just wanted to see one thing. But yes, so again, NWA. And we're going back to the roots. A cooking show. I remember in New Jersey, you really never went to Applebee's. Applebee's was like the hip working place. The Chili's. What's another one? Applebee's, Chili's, TGI Fridays. They were hip working spots. High school kids, and to some degree college kids, it was a Crystal Diner. The staple of New Jersey is its diner culture. So again, oh, what's this? Virus and threat protection. Wah, wah, wah. So again, go to Throwback, and I tried to recreate my burgers from the past, the Mozz Burger. Mozzarella, cheese, peppers, onions, and all the good trim fixins. So yep, Yeah, and I like to, again, mainly because I'm sniffly. I have to go take my cold medicine. Oh no. Cold medicine and lemon, lime, and vodka. As long as I wake up tomorrow, that'll be good. Yes, of course. Bien, bien, bien. Enjoy this NWA video. Stay tuned for some diner recreation. What else? So this week, we see the Dread Pirate Hobo Tom. He saw the ocean again, and the ocean saw him. Gonna have some predictions. I don't know who's gonna do it, but I see all this stuff written down. There are some underlined things, so because it's gonna be SummerSlam. I do not know if Senior Hobo Tom will be here to do SummerSlam. I think he has to work Saturday, Sunday, maybe a movie.
Oh no, Haley J's gonna take on Gina Sequoia. Can't wait. What you got, Tim? I got King Trevor against Boom Boom Groove. All that and much more right here on
Boom boom!
exclusively on Comet.
NWA time, folks!
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, they are the former NWA World Tag Team Champions. This is the team of the most feared Kratos, the muscle of the Howardson. Together, they are the Immortals. Now this is a way to start off an episode. I have to be completely honest with you right now. It is still bizarre to me after so long seeing the tag team titles around your waist, and I do not mean this to be disrespectful, but you not as tag team champions, well, it just doesn't look right.
I agree. I agree with that. As I stand here, though, in this ring, without...
Whoa, Kratos is pretty well spoken for.
And I see the people that value hard work. People that value work ethic. So when I see that, I see people that might have had the odds stacked against them.
Hard times, baby. Gonna get funky like the monkey in the heat.
But as we stand in an end...
I'm pretty sure you were not scheduled to be out here at this time.
It really doesn't matter if we were scheduled or not. We are the world champions. Isn't that right, Immortals? The one thing that you did say, was the fact that you'll be back. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger said the same thing, and guess what? He wasn't back.
I'll be back. No one got that reference.
I am getting ready to take these men on a European tour to defend the World Tag Team titles.
Bad idea, young buck.
Oh, well, the straps are coming down. Yeah, now you're gonna get it, Kratos.
This kid's not even the size of Kratos' leg. This tag team, contrived tag team match.
It's gonna cave his chest in.
You gotta admire the bravery. If that's what you want to call it. Owens is over here by the table, pacing. He can't figure out what's wrong with these dudes. Oh, my goodness. We might want to test their waters back there to see if they were drinking before they came out here, Joe. We're getting some air miles.
Release suplex.
Dudes, try it. People want one more again.
Oh no. The crowd wants one more time. One more time.
I mean, this is a bloodthirsty crowd here in Tampa.
Honestly, the NWA comes to Daytona Beach or like Jacksonville at least. Arrgh. Oh my goodness! The heels cheated! Immortals do not get the rematch. The two young kids in the back, because the country gentleman won. Boom, boom. King Trevor Murdoch. In the tradition of King Harley Race.
I guess technically making a debut here on NWA Power. Of course, we've seen Trevor Murdoch in action over the years. Two-time World Heavyweight Champion, World Tag Team Champion, National Champion.
Bow before your king, peasants, serfs, and others, and other commoners.
With a huge opportunity here against King Trevor. See, now King Trevor went out and
Look familiar.
yeah. That's a royal clubbing blow to the back. And a royal chop. Hey, boy, how about you?
Oh, that's the Steven Regal thing.
I feel like Trevor has done a good job.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, really? Yes. You feel nice under his rule? Absolutely. Oh, look at that. Brandon Groom doesn't think so. Oh, that wasn't very royal, now was it? Here come the booms. And there they went. There they went.
Boom.
Have that theme, peasant. Full Nelson slam with the boom.
Hear ye, hear ye. I, your king, Trevor Murdoch the First. Introduce to you my royal court. First, let me introduce to you Sire Tyler Grace. And to my right,
Supposed to be Squire.
Michael Duke of Knox. This is the royal family. Love it.
Slime balls.
See our match? Yeah. With Buster, our new FOC, he was pretty good.
Yeah, did you see him?
Yo, Ricky Bo, what did you think of Buster?
Dude, he was the best.
He was
And he was probably super handsome under that mask.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
What?
No, he's not.
Look, you're super cool though.
Aaron Stevens looks utterly befuddled and leaves.
Voodoo Mama. Okay. She likes to call herself. Did you give her that nickname? I certainly did not. And, speaking of voodoo, she's sucking her incisors into that baby. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea, Haley. Yeah. As she now realizes, oh my goodness. Haley was not expecting that. Goodness gracious. How could you not? Really, look at that face. Yeah, really. Kicked in the gut. We've seen this from Gina before, this hair whip. Yeah, that's what happened. She's trying to blind Haley J. Haley J should try it. She's got a decent amount of hair. Oh, speaking of hair. Haley said there's enough of that, really. I also find it interesting that Haley did not bring Stormy up for this match. I would have been worried that Stormy could become a snack. Well, that's possible. A competitor like this. Yeah, Austin could be back there, you know. Ruining the floor.
Mason, you have been my brother. You are a brother. Along with AT. But you see, at the heat of the moment, when the situation happened with you and Brian, and my father looked at me, he knew what he was looking at. He knew that he was looking at what his future relies on. And that's Kerry Morton. So you say, Silas, I'm talking in front of this camera here, which you're going to watch, and you're going to hear what I have to say. But right now, buddy, you're just not worth my time.
Former CeeLo and PB Smooth. How are you guys? Great listening.
Pass. brought you guys here today because I found out recently that I will be facing PB Smooth in Atlanta at Hard Time 6.
I think you heard me. Correct me. I said you're my neighbor. Do it again. We'll smack the hell out of you.
At Hard Time 6. What I wanted to get across today is I'm the most successful man in this company. I make more money than the current world heavyweight champion. I've been NWA World Television Champion.
Wrestling machines with Aaron Stephen in the building. It's always a big moment, but this is a big match. No question about it. A lot of bad blood here with the wrestling machines, Aaron, and Thrill Billy, Ryan, all of them. It's insane. And here comes the champ. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, it's starting, baby. Here we go. No reason to wait. There's a brawl on the outside. Slade going into the apron. Silas Mason taking it to the junior heavyweight champion. Going to be legal, but look out now. Double leg takedown.
Yeah, but it's saying something to say this match just started.
But it's an all-out fight. Yeah. Whoa! Power of the world champion on full display. I don't see what happened, but it looked like Bondo somehow took out Brian. Aaron's trying to get him back to reality, I guess. Slade. Well, maybe he didn't. There's Brian right there. Tag is made. There's so much going on, Timmy. I lost track of what was happening. Those brothers came over here.
Absolute chaos.
I got stuck in the chair. I was about to go with him.
Brian Idol. Looking for the idolizer. Looking to end this match up here.
Yeah, Bondo said that ain't gonna happen. Screw it.
Send him, oh my gosh, just through the ropes, collapse.
I need to know. Come on, show me the energy. Tight. Come on, let's go. All right. Now, switch. You come in now. You and him. Let's go. Come on. All right, good.
Kill. Like I said, no more Eric Smalls. Done with one freak and onto a new freak, Alex Misery. Freak! That's all right. We've had our fun before, and you know very well that I can bring it all to your state. I, Daisy Kill, should be the television champion, and that's right, because I am. And you know I am, Misery. You know I'm the champion. You know what it takes, you know what it means to be a champion, and you know that you are not it. You know that Daisy Kill is the television champion.
The slime balls. Show me the slime balls. They're there in the background.
Going after Brian. Trying to hold him back. I think they're just trying to. Oh, and a stomp! Oh, it's the hard way! Look at the hard way! The hard way are challenged the slime balls at Hard Time 6 for the United States Tag Team titles. They're coming to even the odds. Silas, what's he doing out here? It's Kerry! Whoa, blow to Silas. And a roll up on the champ. He's got the tights. Oh God, Bondo just pinned the champ.
The winner of this match, the Wrestling Machine.
What a win. Hey, look at Alex.
Alex is gonna be furious.
Hello, folks. So welcome back. Took a little week off with a cat eating her kitty chow. I'm the one, the only, I am a Hobo Tom. And this is the last day in July. So it is still what I consider a hamburger fest. Excuse me while my whole place is a mess right now. I think I've been working 16 days straight, so I'm kind of disheveled and or disorganized. So let me get things somewhat ready. Tonight's final cheeseburger fest. A nice little festive plate here. I don't know what that mark is. As it doesn't go on. So, because I tried to go out to eat last week and had a terrible experience, probably well documented, I did not have a good time, nor did I have a chance to make these cheeseburgers. Now, this is a staple. This is called a mozzarella burger. I'm going to get things ready. I already have the frying pan out, baking dish, that. All my ingredients have been thawing out for a change. The first thing I always do, because it's a festival, that you have French fries. You cannot have cheeseburgers without French fries. They're what they say. I'm gonna dump. Now I don't want that many because I have other things going in. I'm trying to finish off some stuff. Maybe just got a little handful more. Those here. Now, as some of you might have heard, we are going through an issue with our lettuce here. So this timing actually came out pretty good because I'm not using lettuce, I'm actually going to use peppers. Because this is a traditional Mozz Burger from the Crystal Diner. And again, you saw a little image of what the Crystal Diner looked like. They had a burger called the Mozz Burger. And literally, it was a pile of mozzarella, which I have right there, with peppers and onions on burger, and they served it on onion rolls. Now, the onion rolls they used were a little bit bigger. I have some nice onion rolls that I got from my local grocery store that still serves, because onion rolls, as I have learned, are not a Florida thing, but instead they are a northeastern thing. So they actually have, it's like your basic bun, but just with onions built in. That's okay, I'll use this one. Doesn't really matter. Put those up there, get those ready, get those nice and separated. First thing I'm going to do, start the French fries. French fries, for some reason, always take the longest. Bake those. And because I'm going to have multiple mackerels, I'm going to put these at the very back of the oven where it's the hottest. Close that up, let that cook. Our burger's ready. Cat is grooving herself. Because a cat's in the cradle with a silver spoon. Little boy blues with a man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, yeah. And I know it's dark in here. We have the lanai. We shall watch later some NWA wrestling. That's actually one of the best wrestling shows on. Although, might sneak some wrestling shows in today. Who knows? Turn the light on for out here. Still relatively bright outside. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's not a pitch black sky. Yeah, little clouds, lights. The grill. We are almost ready to go, folks. Let's get ready to cook it. Take off the grill cover to protect the grill from the Floridian elements. Turn on the gas. And then it's time to turn the heat. Now, I always like to do this because one, this gets the grill nice and hot. And I don't necessarily clean the grill that much. Oh wow, that thing lit up right away. Flames going. Good flames. We're going to let that warm up a little bit. The Hobo Cat's waiting for stuff. And we're going to let things warm up for a little bit. And then we're going to start some cooking, baby. So also, yesterday was July 24th, so it was National Tequila Day. a little drink. Set my drinks up. So, here, guess what I'm making? I have some triple sec. And I finish this off too. Last of the limoncello. Mainly because I just want to use that up. Then we have, of course, tequila. I mean, you can't celebrate Tequila Day without tequila. I'll go over there. I'm going to pull non-traditional. I have traditional hurricane glass, non-traditional glass for this drink. Mainly because I just want to drink a lot. And make my own little spin on a classical margarita. I'm going to make some lemonade margaritas. Have all that ready. I'll be good to go soon. Start building drinks, start getting stuff out. I shall return. So everything's all prepped and ready to go. So remember, this is diner food. So in theory, this should be fast. I mean, hyper fast. Let me set up a few things here. So remember, they would not just have a cold stove, they'd have fryers that turn the top on. So they would have everything going kind of at once. So I'm doing this piecemeal. And that's only because, well, I have to. So I got my peppers and onions here. Frozen blend. They can use fresh, you can use canned or whatever. Look, you can see how glowing hot it is right now, which is a good sign. I have a knife. Keep this knife for a while. And we're just going to cut open said bag. Oh, that's way too much. Yeah. I know this will reduce a lot, but I don't want necessarily that much, and now I'm making just a freaking mess. So let me clean my mess up. You don't want too many, you don't want too little. And remember, a lot of that's going to reduce, because it's going to shrink up a lot. I can do that because I'm a freaking animal here. And I know my stovetop's relatively clean. Hasn't gotten hot yet. That's probably a good amount right there. I'm going to take this one big little chunk off. I want to cook relatively quickly. And I'll show you roughly how much you should have. So let me kind of reach over the unsafe way. So that's good. So I'm going to take this one pepper, back into the pot it goes. And again, roughly a pan full. So that lets me know it is time to start the burgers. You can use any kind of burger you want. I'm just going to use some nice Angus, chuck and brisket Angus beef burger that I got a while ago. Still good frozen. I do not want that in the bowl. I get one, clean up a little bit better. Oop. That's a big one. Do not touch the meat. So again, you can see the steam kind of rise a little bit off those. That means it's time to cook the burger. The oven went off, so that means the oven is at temperature. I have two juicy burgers. Gonna head on outside. There's the cat lazily looking at something. I don't know what. But yep, there she is. Everything's set up outside. Sandals on because I do not know what benzines live out here. There's the moon. That's what's providing so much brightness. Yep, oven's nice and hot. Look at those flames going. Now, typically, this might be on a flat grill or charbroil. I forget how the diner did it. Whoa! So I'm going to start them low. over the flame so you can hear the sizzle. Close that up. Remember, this would be done in a diner with a bunch of line chefs doing a little bit of everything. I'm gonna head on back. Now, the one thing I do like to do is I like to have different temperatures and textures. So I'm gonna have some hot elements, and uniquely, I also like to have cold elements as well. Oh wow. Now, I know you guys don't have smell-o-vision. Yeah, you can see those peppers. And again, you know what? Throw you on there. One more peppers to the mix isn't too bad. Now, I'm kind of a traditionalist. Trying to get figure out what's blocking stuff. Okay. I should have. Ah, yes, there it is. The wooden spoon. Just kind of mix those around a little bit. Using a little bit different angle because I want things to be nice and uniform. Next thing's going to be the cheese. So with the cheese, this is a mozzarella burger. So therefore, you need, obviously, mozzarella cheese. You need a little cutting board here, big old block mozzarella cheese, and you're going to cut this up. I cut it in the package to start off with and just peel the plastic off. Like, however which way you want to cut your cheese is all for you. So this first slice, because it's relatively thin, it's going to go on the bottom. And you will see why in a few moments. Again, you have a nice slice right there. And I'll show you why the bottom shortly. And I can take the rest of the wrapper off. Oop, terrible cut. And just be careful, I've done this many times. I've yet to lose any fingers somehow. I'd save that for a top because that's relatively thick. Some people might say you want to lay it down and cut it. I am kind of lazy. I like to have gravity always assist me, unless bad things happen. Again, gravity helping you is normally a good thing. I'll put one of these two pieces on the bottom. Whichever turns out to be thinner might be this piece right here. Oh, you can probably hear all that sizzling behind me. That is the peppers and onions cooking. It's getting nice and warm. I'm going to need to stir very shortly. Yeah, piece can go there. So this piece will go on the bottom. So now we have our nice base. And you might also hear things cooking in the oven. It's at this point, because you can't forget the burgers because they're important. I'm going to open that up just for a second. Give those a quick stir. And we're actually going to be dealing with these relatively soon. Oh, another piece there. And because it is celebratory, we're going to have that over a smidge. Put on the old safety glove because always safety first. French fries, they're kind of cooked. We're going to salt them up later. But also now, these always tend to cook quicker. And I had some leftover mozzarella stick and jalapeno poppers. Just for the yummies of it. I'm going to put those in as well. Not too many. Just something, there's too much for one meal. I was like, you know what? I can always save them for another meat. Set glove back into the oven it goes. This time I'm going to turn it sideways so you get a little bit of an even cook right in there. On the pepper on the onion is going strong. So they're getting a little bit of a char. I'm going to do this. Still going to be latent heat. I'm going to turn oven top off. Let that cook naturally. Grab, hopefully, one of my any tools up here without creating a tool-lanche. An avalanche with cooking tools. I've that turned off. The cheese all set. I'm going to go back out here. And we're going to flip the burgers once, and this time we're actually going to put them, this time I'm going to put them on the top rack. So now they're probably pretty well cooked on the inside, because that's 500 degrees right above the flame. And I don't know if you saw that, but those are some flames coming out. This is a good thing. Oh yeah, baby. Look at them flames. The heat, baby. Yeah, those burgers are turning out good. Put those on top. Now we're going to be moving fairly fast. They're going to cook for a very short time up top. Head on back inside. See her, where'd she go? There she is. We have that done. One more pepper's not going to hurt. That's still a pretty freaking hot pan, I bet, because I could hear that sizzle. Gonna come in here, or actually come around to this side. Whoops. Into the sink it went. That's fine. Get my glass. And I'm going to fill my glass full of ice. If you don't know how to fill your glass full of ice, you need more instruction than this video can provide. Folks, through video magic, I have magically filled a whole glass full of ice. I set this here. So this is my lemonade margarita. So kind of a quick base. I'm going to put some limoncello in, mainly because I just want to use that up. That'll give it a little twang right there. Got one more splash of it. That's good. Set that aside in the safe space. Cannot have your tequila without triple sec. Or margarita without triple sec. Many ways to make a margarita. And it's a tall glass. I can use a little bit more generous pour. And then, of course, your tequila. Tequila, this is pantalones. Tequila. Tequila with pants. There we go. Nice little couple chugs there. You can filter your taste. And then, generally, you Rose's lime juice or any kind of lime juice. This is my lemonade. Lemonade margarita, so I'm using lemonade. Top that off and oh, look at how refreshing that looks. Okay, so I have things set up, things cooking. You're now going to start to build said burger. So there's a reason why we have the thick cuts of cheese there. We're going to bring first our onions out. And again, this is also the reason why I put the burgers on the top, because they're going to get more indirect heat versus direct heat, because direct heat wrecks stuff. Let's see here. This pan's wood. It should be okay for a couple seconds. See how good I am at balancing stuff. Again, you can, I know out of the corner of my eye, I could see things, I could see some flame shooting, which is still good. So we got our pan. Gonna open up the beast. So I just set my pan right there. I'm gonna scoop out going to put this down a little bit, but I'm going to scoop out these and put them on there. You won't be able to see it because it's too dark anyway. So I don't know if you can see it, but I did put the onions and pepper mix on top. I'm going to go back inside. And this is where things are going to get... Oh, there she is, guarding the entrance to the house. Good protector. You know what? Just because there's just a little bit there, and now it's getting hot pretty quickly, I'm just going to scoop up a little bit, put those on top of the buns. It's a nice little touch, doesn't really matter too much. Again, this is why I didn't season those burgers, because normally I put some burger seasoning on top, or I like my steak seasoning, but because they're being cooked with all those juicy peppers and onions, that's going to provide enough season itself. And that should be pretty good. You go there, you go there. This is going to be the tricky part. The reason why I wanted to have this thicker cut of mozzarella, because this stuff's going to melt. So you're going to have your cold texture and a hot texture. And people always say, yep, it's all about the textures of food, as long as they are appealing. Right, Cheese Pup? Things are all good. So I left that lid up for a reason, because I want it to cool off, because if not, this stuff will melt way too quickly. And I'll show you the technique I use to melt cheese. So the first thing I do, I actually turn this off because there's a lot of heat in there. I mean, this thing was a couple 100 degrees. Then on top of one, or on top of the second, close that up and leave that alone for a little bit. That's going to melt things very freaking quickly. Trust me. And come back and give it a couple minutes there to melt, because remember that beef's still cooking. So this can go get washed. Our burgers. I'm also a traditionalist when it comes to any kind of sandwich. You cannot have a proper sandwich without having some kind of quick little side. For that, I'm going to have a nice pickle spear. So my hot pickles for later. Oh, amazing pickle spear. Put that on the plate right there. That is all set. And I'm going to sample this amazing beverage right over here. And I'll be back, yes. Oh my goodness, that was so refreshing and lemony. So, just to let you know, about the time it takes to take a drink, so you have the mozzarella sticks bursting of cheese, that means they're done. Oven goes off. I bring said plate out. And we're going to check on the mozzarella burgers. Again, this is a staple of the Crystal Diner. I have a feeling they renamed it to the Route 1 Diner, which is kind of cheesy sounding. Because for years, the Crystal Diner was a staple of where I used to go, my friends used to go. It was a big deal to go to the Crystal Diner. That means you graduated from Burger King up to good food. Put this here. And the reason why I use the latent heat, oh my goodness, you can see how that stuff is melted already. And you put the peppers beneath the cheese because the cheese acts like a bridge. It holds stuff, begins to melt, it cooks. It's absolutely delicious. Again, you can't see the heat, but you can definitely feel the heat, and again, you can see how the cheese is melted. Again, the Mozz Burger is called that because of all the mozzarella cheese. So we're going to start to build this burger. Put this on the pool table, which I eventually have to replace because the legs are giving out. It was made of fiberboard. It worked. The rain with the 2 floodings the house got to it. And I mean, it's still relatively solid. It's still good for a couple more years. Just one of those things you hold off doing because you have the Mozz Burgers. Ooh, very simply, put the bun on the burger. All the goodies. You hear that squish? That's definitely what you want to hear. You hear that squish, that means your burger's all set. So that means the cheese is melted. You have our sides. So very simply, just going to kind of try to arrange stuff a little bit better and make it look pretty. Again, you can feel that cheese is actually kind of soft. It's solid still, but soft, which is a good sign. Now it all depends on how you want to plate this. Now at the Crystal Diner, they used to have what we call mozzarella logs, which were literally logs of mozzarella sticks. And one day, in a couple more years, I want to go back to my high school reunion because I do want to go back to the Crystal Diner. But my friend has hooked me onto salt, so I'm going to put some traditional fry seasoning on, courtesy of Red Robin. Don't ask, don't tell. And which one is lower? And some crushed salt. So put the better fries down there. Again, you eat with your eyes first. On top of that better fries, the leftover mozzarella sticks. Put those on. Probably going to show you my underwear when I do this. Woohoo! Going to make myself another drink. I do not want to expose my face, and I want this thing to... I'm done with the limoncello. My other friend would be very upset, but oh well. You can deal with it. I'll let her know later. Gonna let that fill up. Clean up. Because that's water. The tiniest bit of soap in there, because I do not want my booze smelling soapy. Gotta wash that off. Let that do its thing. Let me do my thing over here. Dame la cerveza y pollo. Por favor, señor. Literally, I know how to order a chicken and beer in Spanish. Hopefully that gets me through life. But you know, I have my refreshing lemonade margarita. Oh, look at my face. Let that soak overnight. You have this beautiful mozzarella burger, double mozzarella burger and lemonade margarita. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everyone later. Bye.